Hello there, great person, and welcome back to Let's Read the Wheel of Time. Today we're at chapter 32, which is called Questions to be Asked, and it has the Dragon's Fang as the chapter title, so we might get some dragon stuff. Or white cloaks. We might get the white cloaks today, we might attack them. That would be very, very interesting indeed. So... Indeed, we are with Varen, who says we should leave for Watch Hill soon. So let's leave for Watch Hill. Let's go. Let's have some fun. So we really get to see some action from Tomas. He's putting away his warder's cloak. I mean, that's more than what he's done before. I'm so surprised that he wasn't there in book 2 and 3 with Varen. But I guess he's one that that goes far away and she's doing her own shenanigans. I don't know. Also very interesting assessment by Perrin. The only cause to tag with an Aessedai is to use them while they try to use you. I mean, he's not that wrong there. Even Varen, I never had that feeling with Varen that she was like this big schemer, but with Moraine, you know? I don't know. Oh, and Elena is a bit pissed. I don't know why. She's having a cold-hearted stare. And you told me Elena was in fact the one Aessedai that we saw before in season 2. Season 1 and book 3. She was the one that wanted to help Egwene, I think, which was weird. And she was the one in the show that had the 3 warders, I think. Interesting. Aessedai were supposed to be cool serenity itself, and she was that. But Elena tossed off flashes of fiery temper or unpredictable humor when least expected, like heat, lightning, crackling, then gone. So she has characteristics like Nynaeve a bit. I mean, Nynaeve does not have humor that much, I think. I mean, she has humor, but it's not sudden, but interesting. Okay, so they want to go scouting. Fail is gonna come with him, and he's like, is that good? I should tell her to stay here. I mean, no, you shouldn't, because she clearly wants to be with you. I mean, mate. Oh, but there was some weirdness. So Fail says my father raises sheep, and then Perrin's like, I thought he was a merchant, and he raises sheep too. And now then she so she's lying, I think. Interesting. Why is she lying? That's weird. Yeah, and I think some have teased in the comments that Fail's backstory is very good or interesting or something is with it. So I can't wait for that, but don't spoil it, of course. Oh, Loyal can't go. I mean, he's too big. So there was he. Can't crouch. Loyal is supposed to keep an eye on Elena. At least that's what Perrin tells him. Interesting. Okay, yeah, Perrin is basically telling him, yeah, keep an eye on her. I want to know if she does something weird to be prepared for that. And Loyal's like, do you not think it is best to just let Aessedai do what they want? No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, and he's like, okay, then I will write my book, which is this book, and all the others, I guess. Perhaps. Okay, so now they go, and Varen watches him with a knowing expression, and Elena is just like that. I don't know why she's like that, but she's doing that. She's so weird. I don't know why she's weird. It's so strange what she does. I can't wait to find out more about Elena. Okay, and the Aessedai are fascinated about his hammer. Why? Is that a magic hammer? Is that Mjolnir? We will find out. Okay, and Abel is apparently, like we know already, but it's repeated again that Abel is very good at trading and judging things, and here it is described that he's very good at judging horses for the quality, and he's approving of Baron's horse, and he thinks that, or he knows that Thomas' horse is Warhorse, apparently. I mean, that's very likely, or something akin to a horse used to fighting. And he apparently picked the horses of Tam and his as well. So yeah, it's cool to have that here. I really like the Abel parts. It's very cool. Oh, and now Perrin wonders whether Varen knows about the wolves because Brown sisters know more. Yes, they do. I would like to know more about the wolves as well. So, oh, and Elias is mentioned, and yeah, I hope he comes back. He will be in season 2. Don't know how and why, but we will see. Now Fael's like, she will never harm you. And Perrin's like, who? Oh, the Aes Sedai. Strange. Or perhaps, I don't think she means Aes Sedai here, by the way. I think that's just Perrin's reading of it. I think she means, is referring to Beldain? Beldain, yeah. See, this is a line I really like. She will not harm you, because she's referring to Beldain, and we know that. I mean, she might as well be referring to the Aes Sedai, but I think she's talking about Beldain here. Perrin doesn't know, so he assumes it's Aes Sedai, which is, I like that. It's a little detail, just a little one, but I really like it. So most farms have been abandoned close by the woods. I guess that's because Trollocs come from the woods. Okay, so they have some people that help them, and they will stop at their farm. Have Trollocs attacked Emonsfield itself? No, they have not. They'd have no easy time if they did mind. People learned to keep a sharp eye out winter night before last, yes. So it's been 2 years. 1.5 years. I think I was wondering that some chapters before, and I think this pretty much confirms that it's like 1.5 years, something like that. So they're now like, what, 18? About 18, I think. Like between 16 and 18, perhaps? I don't know. So there are about 200 Trollocs. At least that's what Tam estimates. That's not good. Okay. Yeah, but Abel is like, no, probably a lot more, because like the waters have killed 50 in 2 shades and nothing happens. It's still the same amount of burning. Yes, why have they not attacked Emonsfield? Abel says luck, which is funny because of his son. But yeah, that's interesting. Why? That's a good point. Why then? There must be a reason. Fael said yes. Okay, so we get some more Fael backstory, like kind of. I have seen the aftermath of Trolloc raids in Saldea. They despoil what they do not burn, kill or carry off people and farm animals, whoever and whatever is not protected. Entire villages have disappeared in bad years. They seek wherever is weakest, wherever they can kill the most. My father. She bit it off. Oh, yeah. Perrin has seen what you should have. If the Trollocs have not attacked your villages, they have a reason. Yeah. So her father was likely killed by a Trolloc. That's so weird. What's your backstory? What's your backstory, girl? Tell me. Tell me, I want the truth. Perhaps Varen said it is a lure. She's probably right, though. News of continued trouble, news of Trollocs will draw eyes to the 2 rivers. Andor will surely send soldiers, and perhaps other lands as well, for Trollocs this far south. That is, if the children are allowing any news out, of course. I surmise Queen Morgase's guards would be a little happier to find so many white cloaks than they would to find Trollocs. That is true as well. What is currently going on with Morgase? Like, is she's still under the control of this Forsaken dude? Or has he already, like, entrapped her, hypnotized her, whatever? And Varen says, yeah, it might be war. That's very bad. I wonder how much they know about Morgase. Like the people from Emonsfield, because we know that the children didn't know that they were part of the kingdom of Andor. I mean, we know Tam knows because he's from Carrion, I think. Is he Carrion? I mean, at least he fought near Dragonmount, and so we know he came around. I forgot where Tam's from. I think he was from Carrion. And Matt's father probably knows many merchants, so he might know as well. But because in the first book it was like no one knew they were part of Andor, but they seem to know. So it's more like from the perspective of the children. I mean, they were children back then, so. Master or Thor only grunted he had been in a war, so Perrin had heard. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool. He doubted that so he doubts that the Emonsfielders know what war is, and then he says he knew though. He had seen war, and Tommen had. Abel was right. What they had was bad enough, but it did not come near war. Yeah. Yeah, war is such a terrible thing. Such a terrible thing. I mean, and if you are fighting in a war, it will never leave you. Or if you are in a war. I don't know if I have told you that before. I was once going to a nursing home and visiting an old lady that was alone because like everyone had left her, and she was alone at the eve of her life, and I bought groceries for her, you know. So, and I befriended her a bit, and I really liked her. Her birthday would have been yesterday, by the way. Interesting to think about that. Yes, she passed away, I think 3 years ago, but she told me. So she was from East Germany, and she had lived in the end of the war, like the Second World War, and she had lived there. So, and she had fled from East Germany to West Germany, and she told me, I think it was half a year before she died, that she still had nightmares, terrible nightmares of those days when she was like they were hidden on a hay wagon, so they were in the hay, little children, and they were like. And the wagon was like driving away to the west, like down the roads. But she could look out a bit, and she was like so afraid. And like they were shooting everywhere, and like there was a man whose head was blown off next to the wagon. And she was like she said she never forgot that, and she still dreams of that day as if it was now. And it is like now 60, 70 years ago. I think now it's 70 years ago, but. Like, and you could feel it in her voice and her her eyes, and it's so terrible. Like what war can do to you, it's such a horrifying thing. Such a horrifying thing. I had my newest horror story was also about that, because I think that like being in a war is like one of the biggest scars in your soul you can get. Not even when you fight, but also if you're just being there. So I don't know. It's a very horrifying topic. I hope I will never be in a war. Who knows? We don't know, but it's such a terrible thing. Okay, so Perrin now thinks that they might want to trap Rand in the Two Rivers, and the Forsaken might do it. So this weird hunter dude that's running around killing things might be... I mean, I'm pretty sure he's a Forsaken, so he might be the one sent to destroy Rand should he come home. Which is like, I mean, last Forsaken got like, the Ishamael got done in pretty badly 3 times by Rand. And, I mean, the one dude that Moraine killed, Bilal, I think it was Bilal. Like, what was that? What an idiot, but yeah, he rose that situation, but yeah. Oh, and it is implied that the Trollocs ate his parents and family, or some of them. I mean, we now know that Ordeath, or Pedanfane, or whatever that thing is, or Mordeth, like, we know that Mordeth had instigated that, which is horrible, but yeah. Okay, so Tam says, people won't talk about me and Abel, but Aiel, yeah, man, they will not keep that secret, so better stay big and hidden. Yeah, and now they're hidden. And Gaul's like, okay, I will eat my meal in another place now. Great stuff, Gaul. You go. And Bane and shit are like, okay, I guess we'll do that too. Aren't they together? Abel asked. It's a long story, Perrin said. It was better than telling him Chiad and Gaul might decide to kill each other over a feud. What is it pronounced, feud? I know it's feud. I think it's feud, but I don't know. He hoped the water oath held. He had to remember to ask Gaul what a water oath was. It was probably an oath. I think this sounds to me like an oath held, I mean, above water, but like probably at an oasis or something, because water is probably pretty sacred in the Aiel society. I think we know that pretty much now. And reminds me of the Fremen as well, like they have this water basin in their sieges, I think sometimes. I don't know if they have it always. I think they do. Otherwise it wouldn't make sense to place a siege somewhere. But yeah, it's an oath to not, like, it's the oath on water, like it's the oath on the essence of life to not do something, which is like the most sacred thing you can swear on, I guess, for them. That is cool. But I want to know what it is now. Okay, and there's a farm which is like fortified by people. Yak took in his cousin Witt's people, because Witt's farm was too close to the westwood, and Flen Lewin's people after their farm was attacked. White Cloaks drove the Trollocs off before more than this. His barns were burned, but Flen decided it was time to go. Jack is a good man. Yeah, I hope Jack is not killed horribly by Trollocs now. Oh, and they all like greet them. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. They're like also heralded as heroes here. Oh, interesting. His head went bad. When he had left the two rivers, Layla Dern had been a slim girl who could dance any three boys into the ground. Only the smile and the eyes were the same. He shivered. There had been a time when he had dreamed of marrying Layla. Is Layla the woman he had in the show? I don't know. And she had returned the feeling somewhat. I guess that's the one from the show. So she's probably gonna die horribly. The truth was, she had held on to it longer than he had. Okay. Luckily, she was too entranced with her baby and the even wider fellow by her side to pay much attention to him. Neatly Lewin. So Layla was a Lewin now. Odd. Ned never could dance. Thanking the light for his escape, Baron looked around for Fail. That is so mean, Baron. That's so mean. Don't be a mean. Meanie. Well, I mean, he's trying to reason. Like, it's interesting. Like, if you think back to your life, like if you have like had romantic feelings for people or something, like, even if it was in your youth and many years back, or you know, then you still, I think you still, at least for me, it's like you still remember that, and like those are paths of your life not taken, so to speak. And I think everyone thinks about that, but I mean, I hope that everyone who thinks that is like me, who's like the path I'm on now is probably, like, I think the best one I could have gone down, and we're just like assuring, like, I really like that thought, and I'm glad I have it. I guess there are probably people who are like, there was this one situation in my life which I could have changed everything. Where would I be now? I would be better off or something. That's a horrible thought to have. That's a horrible. I hope none of you have that. Yeah, I don't know, but this, like, because I have the feeling that Perrin reasons here a bit to himself. Good that I didn't take that path. Oh yeah, now she's wider. Good that I didn't do it. I mean, she was so cool, but yeah, good thing. I'm on the right path. And it's cool that he looked at Fail then, because yeah. Oh, and he goes over to Will. No, wait. I skipped the paragraph. Okay. Oh, she's smiling at Will, and he's smiling back. I think I remember him. He's the one everyone wants to dance with, yeah. Oh, and now he goes over to Fail. It's like, how are you, Will? No point in letting Fail think he was jealous. Not that he was, of course. So I like it. This is very heartwarming, this chapter. I always like these chapters where you go into the past again and you remember stuff. It's so weird. And Fail is like, Perrin. Yeah, I really like them together. I hope they end up together. I hope Erlane's not doing too many shenanigans. Oh, and everyone is looking at Perrin weirdly, probably because of the eyes, but also probably because he's got a beard and looks like he's killed 50 people already. Which he has, if you consider Trollocs 50 people. People. I mean, it's just, yeah. I hope they are not attacked. They might be attacked. No, they are probably going to be attacked. I just don't know if it's going to be White Cloaks or Trollocs or both. And of course they don't say who Thomas is. Or Thomas. And one boy mentioned waters and everyone's like, oh, no, you silly little goose. That's not a water. It's so stupid. And then Jack is here. Hey Jack, whatever. Interesting. He has a clock as well. I remember that Bran had a clock, and I think he could maintain it, or was Matt the one, or Matt's father who maintained it. I remember the clock. It was they talked about it once. I think I don't know who it was. I think was it Perrin that talked about the clock before? I mean, it might just be a cool detail that shows again that Perrin's very interested in how things work and how to create things, but might have more meaning to it. Okay, so the White Cloaks don't let people cross the Terran, and he's like, yeah, better go to where more people are. And Varen is just like, but there are so many fine stories in the country. I would miss them all if I remained in a village. I hope they cast Varen. I love Varen. She's so, like, she's like this. Someone told me, or some people told me in my reaction to the season 2 trailer, that because I criticized Swan and Celine for looking a bit too old. With Celine, I criticized it because in the book she was Rand's age, and yes, there's Celine in the show is like normal Celine. I know that it's like good casting for normal Celine, but you know she does not have this like magical appearance, which I don't know. They might, whatever. But Swan was very old, and they said, yeah, but Aes Sedai are like ageless. It's not like they are not old; they're just old and young, flickering. But I don't know. Like Varen is someone like I imagine like a very fair old woman, like with gray hair. I don't know. So I don't care for this. Like I don't think the agelessness is meant as, I mean, of course it's not meant as being young, but looking, even though you're looking old, perhaps like you've got old aspects like gray hair, or I don't know, wrinkles. Not. I think they might not have wrinkles. I think that might just be it. Because man, Swan looked old in the trailer. Man, she looked so old. But she also looked old because she's tired at that point of all the politics, and she knows she's going against the dark forces now, and she's like aging through exhaustion. I think that's what they're going for, which I like. But just because I don't know why I went down that thought trail, but I went down that thought trail anyway. So, and I like lines like this. Without lying once, Varen managed to give the impression that she had come to the two rivers in search of old stories, the same as Moraine had done, what seemed so long ago. Yeah, so long ago. It was 2 years ago when I read the first book, I think, or 1 year ago. It's such a long time. It's so funny. And then they're like, no, you should better go. It's not safe here. And they're like... Fail, you should go. Like, you're young, better go. We can't protect you here. And she's like, sipping some tea. There are so many stories in the countryside. So, that's so funny. It's so funny. Oh, and they all think Fail's noble-born. She's probably noble-born, by the way. Something like that. There's gonna be a plot twist. Or not a plot twist, a revelation with her, I guess. Oh, now they ask Perrin, hey mate, we've heard some rumors, are they true? Yeah, and they're like, yeah, there were rumors you were abducted or ran away with Aes Sedai and blah blah blah. And they're like we're just like, if you believe that, no. Like he refers to something, like they say Mirren has been kidnapped, but yeah. Yeah, and they're like, why are the children after them? There has to be a reason. And Elise says, if you listen for a change, you might hear an answer or two. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Perrin, no one here believes you're a dark friend any more than we believe Temd Abel is. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Even so, Perrin, I think we have a right to hear why the White Cloaks are saying what they are. They accuse you and Mid Cawthon and Rendell Thor of being dark friends. Why? What is he gonna say now? White Cloaks don't need much, Master Alcine. If you don't bow and scrape and walk wide of them, you must be a dark friend. If you don't say what they want, think what they want, you must be a dark friend. I don't know why they think Matt and Rand are. That was the simple truth. Yeah, that is true. I mean, he could deduce it just because Rand's Dragon Reborn, and yeah. And Matt's like his first officer or whatever. Like, I have the feeling that Matt's the first officer, something like that. Because he blew the horn. Okay, yeah, okay, but he thinks about that. He thinks Rand, yes, he's the Dragon Reborn, but they might not know. Though they do, of course, they know. Yeah, Matt confused him. Yeah. Had to be Fane's work. Yes. Myself, I killed some of them. For a wonder, the gasp that rounded the room did not make him cringe inside. They killed a friend of mine and would have killed me. I didn't see my way. My way clear to let them. Okay, I don't know. That's a weird sentence. It's probably a normal sentence. It's just weird to me. That's the short of it. The children of the Light, Varen said, are very good at one thing, making people who have been neighbors all their lives suspicious of each other. If she's telling the truth. They have a man with them, I hear, Pedant Fane the Peddler. I've heard. Yeah, he calls himself by some other name nowadays. Ardith. But Fane or Ardith, he is a dark friend. He admitted as much, admitting to bringing the Trollocs on Winter Night last year, and he rides with the White Cloaks. Oh, what a plot twist! He might rally them to attack the White Cloaks. Please, that's what was so cool. That's very easy for you to claim, Eden said. You can name anybody dark friend. So who do you believe, Thomas said? Those who came a few weeks ago, arrested people you know and burned their farms, or a young man who grew up here with you? I am no dark friend, Master Elsen, but if you want me to go, I will. Interesting, yeah, that's clever. Also, psychologically, that's clever. Very good. Please take them with you. No, Elisa said. No, you are welcome to stay here as long as you like. You have our sympathy. Your father was a good man. Oh. Your mother was my friend and a fine woman. I know she'd want you to stay with us, Perrin. The children seldom come this way, and if they do, the boys on the roof will give us plenty of warning to get you into the attic. You will be safe here. She mended. She actually mended. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, I really like how yes, we didn't know his family, but we know how his family interacted with the people. Now the people interact with Perrin in a certain way, so we can deduce some stuff from them. That's very cool. Thank you, but I have things to do, things I have to take care of. Of course. Just to be sure those things don't get you hurt. Well, at least I can send you off with a full belly. Yeah, that's cool. It's Lord Luke! Lord Luke is coming! A tall boy suddenly shouted. Okay, that was the chapter. Now we will meet Lord Luke. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. Okay, that was the chapter for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider liking, subscribing, and comment, of course, of what you think of this. And something I wanted to say. Yeah, I'm sorry I did not produce content last week. It was very, very, very stressful week at work because I had to organize a week of teacher training for some teachers from all over the world. It was very hard, and I was like 10 hours working every day, so I couldn't read it. It was very sad. I would have loved to read on sooner. But now I've got some more free time and I will put out more content again. Now, can't wait, because now most of the stuff that I had to do is done. And I will have some vacation soon. So anyway, I hope you have a very great day. As always, take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.